Okay, here's how we measure the span for a single scull. So I'm going to show you how to take the overall width and then to make sure that it's equidistant from both sides of the boat, which is really the most important thing. So to measure the overall span, what we're going to do is just pop your tape measure onto one side and then you're going to measure to the other side. So because I'm measuring from the left-hand side of the nut here, I'm going to the left-hand side of the nut here and I can see this is 160.2. Okay, so now we've got our overall measurement. Now we need to work out how we get it equal from both sides. So to do that, we're going to move the seat back and then we're just going to pick one point on the boat. So we can, I would usually prefer to use the seat rail, but in these Philippes, these are rounded, so there's nothing to hook it on. So what I'm going to do instead is use the side of the boat and I'm going to go from the line of work, okay, which is this white line on both sides of the boat. So I'm going to get my centimeters on that line of work. And I'm going to measure to the center of this top nut here. So I can see that that is 102.3. And you can see that we're going to go from the line of work again. And I'm going to make sure that both times the centimeters are on the line. So for measuring here, I can see that this is 102.1. So because the overall was 160.2, I can tell that this is going to need to come in by 2 millimeters. So what you're going to need for that is your Allen key. A lot of boats will be different, but most of these reverse swing riggers is just one Allen key. So it's going to get it into there. You want to basically try and loosen it off as little as you can. So you don't want to do it so it's completely swinging around. And then what you can do once you've loosened it is just try and give it a little tap. So that's not quite loose enough. So we're going to get into there, just give that a little bit of a wiggle. Then before you measure it each time, you're going to want to make sure that you at least do that finger tight again. Okay, so that's now tightened up. And there we go, that is now 102.1. And then what we're going to do now is just check that overall again. So hook that around, and now that is now exactly 160 on the span. So getting the overall is important, but really what's key is just making sure that it's equidistant from both sides. So if you have your pin on one side 7 millimeters further out than the one on your right, then it's quite likely that you're going to be rowing a longer arc on one side. So getting them the same equidistant, really, really important for adjusting the span.